video games are for nerds. But that doesn't mean we can't talk about them. That's why you're listening to The Week in Gaming, the only gaming podcast that breaks down the last 7 days and tears games apart from the inside. Ugh. So forget your worries, open your ears, and join Simon Miller and a co-host for the entertainment chatter you need. Also, screw Dark Souls.
Hello and welcome to The Week in Gaming. My name is Simon Miller and this is a podcast about gaming, as the title probably suggested. I do want to apologise for not going live last week. I'll be as straight as an arrow with you. I had a family problem and I had to keep driving around, and unfortunately that screwed both podcasts last week. Although, did we squeeze a wrestling one in? I can't even remember. I think we did, but my brain is absolutely just vanishing. And also, as always, my man, the one and only Sam, joins me today. How you doing, my friend? You all right?
Yeah, doing good, living life.
Yep, I like it, man. That's what else says. I love it. What else is there to do?
New catchphrase, isn't it?
And Sam is basically just on this now anyway. Whenever he wants to do one, I'll always do them with him. But I would also like to thank him because this all started because he helped me at patreon.com/SimonMiller316. And again, if you would like to join that little crew and help support the podcast, help support me in my creative endeavors, you certainly can. Even $1 helps me out immensely. Right, so I'm glad in a way that we didn't do one last week, even though there was loads to talk about, because as we roll into E3, games are all of a sudden just exciting again, or at least it feels like the buzz is around. We are going to talk about what we've been playing, because I want to talk about some stuff as well. We'll start with the news, though, because, I mean, literally as we're doing this, Bethesda officially announced that Rage 2 is on the way. It was kind of a lock anyway, because Walmart, like we'll call them lovely people they are, accidentally leaked this whole list of games that seem to be announced at E3. And everyone's like, maybe. No, 100%, it's all true. We'll get to that in a second. We'll just talk with Rage 2, because like I say, there's a trailer out there now. If you're listening to this on Monday, tomorrow, on the Tuesday, which is the 15th of May, Bethesda are going to release a gameplay trailer. I don't even remember Rage, but if you told me, hey, Simon, tell me about that specific bit, I'd be like, nope, don't have that in my brain.
It's funny, that's exactly what I said, because I was talking about it with someone this morning, and I was like, I have played it for quite a few hours, but what was it? I can't remember.
I remember Wasteland and guns, and yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah, but it's basically like that Wasteland game. I can't remember any of it being remarkable, nor can I remember it being bad, though. That's the thing. So maybe just a little more pizzazz, and maybe it's got a good Rage 2 formula.
I remember it looking good, and I remember it playing good because it was an id shooting game. But I also remember being a bit like, this is kind of empty. Like, this is kind of, I don't know. There was just something about it where I was like, it's not laying its claws into me. That's a weird way to put it. But it's I don't know. I put it like this. When I heard about Rage 2, I was surprised. I thought, really? Do we want not that we don't need a Rage 2. I'm sure there's lots of Rage fans out there, but it seemed an odd thing to go back to in terms of a license, an environment, a franchise. Maybe they could have created something new. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things. I think Rage is one of those games that the fans that it does have really love it. But I don't think anyone hates it. That's the thing. I think a lot of people were like, and then you could sort of pump a bit of life into that. Just like Prey. I don't think anyone hated the original Prey from 2006, but I think it was quite forgettable. So I think in that way you can get an established name, get a bit of hype. Because if they'd have called it something that wasn't Rage, we might not be talking about it at all. But the fact that it's Rage 2 probably is its own publicity, I guess.
You want to play it?
Not really. It's just because it's like, I don't go on teasers because there's nothing to see in teasers.
No, agreed.
And Rage 1 is just, like we say, forgettable. So I'm like, optimistic, of course, innocent until proven guilty, but just nothing's like got me, like you say. Nothing got the claws in just yet.
No, but I'm intrigued. I mean, look, Bethesda's track record right now is really good.
Exactly.
Prey was a good game. It didn't really grab me again how I wanted, but it was a very good game. That's on me more than anything. Doom was incredible. One of the best shooting games I've played in years. Obviously, Elder Scrolls Fallout, smashing it all the time. Yeah. I don't think they would have gone back to this unless they had a good idea. So I'm actually quite intrigued to see what they're going to do. I don't hate it. I don't hate the fact they've done this. I was just surprised because, I mean, when did Rage even come out? I remember it was like an Xbox.
2010.
Was it really? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
8 years. It won't be out this year. So let's say next year. 9 years is a long time for a franchise to go away.
Yeah.
So
but, I mean, Prey was 11 years. Because Prey 1 was
you're right.
2006.
And in 2000, you're right, it was. It was 11 years, jeez. Well, look, but the weird thing about that, though, was Prey was good, but it didn't sell, as far as I know. I don't think it was a smash success.
Which one, the first or second?
So the new one they did, the just whatever that one from last year, whenever it was.
Yeah.
It didn't. I don't think so. I'm going to say it, and someone's going, "No, you're wrong. It did." I don't think it was. So I still think it's a bit of a risk. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just content in it. I think people are gonna get it. It's like I don't think anyone was like, "Oh, Prey was a giant waste of money." I think it was still like, okay, cool. It was good. Yeah.
But I mean, the other thing is as well, and I'm sure they've got more to announce. But if this is their big E3 announcement, is that big enough? Maybe I don't know.
I don't think they would have like announced it even with the leak if it was their big stuff. I think they would have held out if it was their big thing, you know. But yeah, who knows?
Well, we'll find out. But I mean, look, hey, I don't know who's making it. I don't know if it is id or somebody else or whatever. But the last shooting game that Bethesda made, I absolutely loved. So, you know, we can wait and see. Now, the other thing is, this list that Walmart released, there's a lot of other games on there that are potentially more intriguing to you and I. For example, Splinter Cell was on that. Now, I've wanted a new Splinter Cell since 2013. The reason it's been 2013 is because that's when the last one came out. I don't like other Ubisoft games really. I think Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are fine, but Splinter Cell was always a game that I warmed to a lot. So I hope it's true. I guess it seems like it would be true, given that they had that cameo in Wildlands. That seems very strange to do that and go, yeah, but he's not coming back.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They do third person so well, Ubisoft, that I could just imagine it being true. And like you say, with him already sort of in Wildlands, and it's not had. That's one of the only franchises they have that's not had a game in ages, a big name at least. And so yeah, it all sort of seems to be aligning. It would be really like a shock, I think, if they didn't do it at this point.
We talked about this before too.
Yeah.
You like Splinter Cell, right? Am I making that up?
Yeah, I don't love it, but the ones I played are good. What's the good one? Conviction.
That's right. That's what we talked about. Yeah. Because that was the one that went all like James Bond with cool text everywhere, and it made it really badass. I don't know why that's James Bond. I've just decided that's James Bond. But I think you don't really get games like that anymore either. So I don't know. I think I'm going to rate these as we go. So we've got what's it called? Rage 2. Then we've got Splinter Cell. If I had to pick one, Splinter Cell easily gets my nod. Also, Just Cause 4 is on this list. Now, I don't know how you feel about Just Cause 4, Sam. I find it a bit boring. It always feels like, to me, huge open world, fun for an hour, now I'm bored.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It had so little sort of actual meaningful substance, in my opinion. It was just like, it was when I was like, I remember the first one coming out when I was sort of mid-teens, and I was like, yeah! And then I was just like, okay, cool. It just didn't have the engine to keep going for the amount of hours it offered, I don't think. And I don't know why anyone would want another one.
I don't get it. But I imagine that one's real as well, because I don't know. I don't know. I just, that's my gut feeling for it. But I don't want to play it. I'm since the first Just Cause, I've never been a big open world fan anyway, apart from a few other games, and that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And this one's going to be even bigger. It's just it's too much. It's too much for me. That's my worry.
Yeah, and I mean, Just Cause 3, like, how bigger and badder can the explosions get? Like, there's a leap between Just Cause 2 and 3, but 3 is probably the peak of what that does, if you know what I mean. I don't think they could top it, like, unless they took it in another direction. I have no idea.
I don't know. That's the tagline, right? Though, how much bigger and badder can the explosions be? And then they just say, "This is how," and you just see everything go nuts. Borderlands 3 was also on that list. I think that's probably a lock. I would put money on that. I think it's been a long time. It's 2K publishes those games, don't they? Yeah, so I can definitely see that. I could definitely see that happening. Again, I'm not a big Borderlands fan. I don't know where you feel about it. I never really played one, to be fair, but it's never really enticed me in that much.
I dipped in and out, but mostly I dipped out because like I didn't have someone, like I had sort of friends, but not like solid friends that played it really committedly. But like if I had a co-op partner like I have now that would agree to like play it, you know, from start to finish, because it's got a lot of content in those games, then yeah, I'd definitely do it. I don't dislike it. I've just not finished one just because I think people have sort of dipped in and out of it.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
New Assassin's Creed. I mean, that is what it is at this stage. I don't care. I mean, that's the truth. I don't care. Assassin's Creed, I was never a big fan anyway, and now... But you like the first one, though, right? So you don't want to play this one?
I do want to play this one, I think, but I didn't play Origins because it was just too big. You know what I mean? It was one of those ones I can't be bothered to sink tens of hours into this.
Yeah.
Because there's basically too many other things. It's probably very good, but I don't want to play it. So.
No. Okay, so Lego DC Villains is also on that list. That'd be fine. I like the Lego game. Again, they're kind of a franchise that I was bored on within quite often, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, it does the job okay.
Yeah.
Rage 2 we've talked about. Forza Horizons 5. I don't understand that. Like, I didn't think we had a Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, we didn't.
So why is Forza Horizon? I mean, that must be a typo, right? Surely.
It must be, yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I remember reading that. I was like, have I just missed a game? But saying that, how are we on Forza Horizon 4? Like, how is there 4 Forza Horizons games? What? I don't know. I mean, I like Forza Horizon. I kind of feel the same. This is my biggest problem with this list, and probably why I'm most excited about Splinter Cell. A lot of these games I feel like I've already played.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Assassin's Creed will be Assassin's Creed, Borderlands 3, I'm sure will be good. Lego DC Villains, I mean, Rage 2 is a bit different. But I think that's my problem with this list overall. There's nothing sort of that really gets me excited. I mean, we've also got Gears of War 5 on that list.
Yeah,
now,
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Now, that one, of course, does excite me, because I'm a massive Gears fan. However, even I am of the ilk that they need to do something different. If they don't do something different with this, I'm not going to say they're going to be in trouble. That's a bit extreme. But as a Gears fan, I'm hoping for something different.
Yeah, like I played Gears of War 4 the other day because I'm not completed it. I sort of played it around a friend's house and now I have it. And I was just like, yeah, okay, this is more of the same, but I sort of had that for 3 games. I did play Judgment actually, so yeah, 3 games, and I just didn't really fancy more of the same.
No, I liked it, but I liked most Gears games. I go crazy over and do backflips. But
did you play Judgment?
I did. I played them all. Yeah, I didn't like Judgment. And again, it was okay. It was okay. So. But my problem with Judgment was they mucked around with all the controls.
Did they?
It was. I think whatever the pickup button was, it's like, why have you done this? Why? I got really mad. I was like, why have you changed everything around?
Yeah.
So Judgment 4 was better than Judgment. I'd say that. I imagine a lot of people disagree with me, but I thought 4 was better than Judgment. 4 was a good game. The problem is that once you change all the characters that people are associated with, it can make it a struggle at times.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean. Maybe they've got a really good plan for Gears 5. I mean, out of all of those, Splinter Cell and Gears 5 at the top of my list. I'm still hoping at E3 we get a bit more exciting surprises.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't want that to be all the surprises we get. It's really boring.
Yeah, I want. I can't get the right word. To me, this is the status quo. Leaks are cool. Not cool, I know it fucks up people's marketing plans, but leaks are exciting in the sense that you get an idea, a new game, this is good. But I want something that feels game-changing.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned there's Anthem news this week, right?
Yes.
What is I haven't seen it. I've been looking for it as we've been talking. I can't find it.
Anthem news is that...
It's just the thing about multiplayer. About how they're trying to make it this multiplayer first, yet narrative shooter or something.
Yeah, well, it's... I think it was Corey. What's the BioWare dude? Corey something. He said that because a lot of people were concerned that it wasn't going to be a good single player experience because you can play it single player, but they were concerned that the BioWare formula wouldn't work with this. And he said he's aware that BioWare games had to be about you being the hero and everything. And he says it is going to be like that. So he says that it's going to be suitable for single player. And there's also the news that Anthem's live services like microtransactions and stuff, they might be rolled out after launch. So there's that as well. So everyone seems to be talking about it, but it's so far off still. It's just it's very hard to get excited about it considering it's March 2019 launch.
Yeah, I mean, so you'll probably get a little something at it at E3, but nothing more.
No.
You probably get some gameplay, a new gameplay thing. But this is my point. Like, they announced Anthem. Was it last year's E3 they announced it, or 2 years ago? Yeah, last year. But that was a game that I looked at, and I was like, nah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. I don't really care. I don't want more games like that. I mean, I'm being a problem here. I'm being a pedant. I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want anything. But it's true. None of this gets me excited.
Yeah,
So-
it reminded me of that game Dark Void. Was it on the Xbox 360?
Yeah, so I look forward to that game, but exactly, it is like that. You're right. It's a bit like, yeah, whatever. Who cares? Shrug my shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you just show off some gameplay, it's very hard because a lot of gameplay has been done before. So unless you show off really good gameplay that's like looks unique, which Anthem did not, it's a bit like, okay, cool, there's jetpacks and stuff, sweet, yeah, okay.
Is there anything you want from E3 this year? Even
Skate 4. I always
Oh
want
yeah, we
Skate.
said that. We said Skate 4. I don't think you're going to get it. Is my gut. I don't want to. I don't want to crush your dreams, but my gut is it's not going to happen. Is there anything real that you'd like? Not real. Because I would say, I don't know. What's like an out there, but not. I mean, a new Halo probably.
New Halo would be cool, but I mean, I'm not a huge Halo fan, so it'd be like cool to be in the moment. But then I'm just be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my problem with it as well. I mean, because Sony have come out as well and announced they're only focusing on 4. Is it 4 or 5 games?
Yes,
This
it's
year.
4 announced ones. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to. That's it. They're not doing a press conference, are they?
I think they are doing a press conference.
I thought they said they're not. I thought they said they were going to cancel it. I've been lied to.
Maybe.
Oh no, wait. Sorry, I've looked it up now. Apparently, it won't have. Someone lied to me. Someone said that they're not having a press conference. No, they won't. They said they're not going to have hardware at the press conference. Why do I listen to people? But yeah, apparently the 4 games they're going to focus on are Death Stranding, Ghosts of Tsushima, which I don't even know what that is. Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was at Paris Games Week. Ghost of Tsushima. Or whatever.
What is it? I mean, Spider-Man: Last of Us Part 2. Now, in terms of those 4 games, as we've chatted about here before, I think Spider-Man has the potential to be massive.
Yeah.
Because it is I mean, look at the Avengers right now. Everyone is so into that shit. It looks like they're putting a load of money into it, and you cannot buy it on the Xbox One. You cannot buy it on the Xbox One. And now that I've decided, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that could be huge. Think how much shitty tie-ins of Spider-Man used to sell, and now they're making a proper high-end game, probably inspired by the Batman stuff, while Marvel is bigger than it ever has been. So I think that's huge. Death Stranding needs its own damn focus, because no one knows what the hell it is. The Last of Us Part 2 is genuinely, I mean, that is an event. It really is. I don't think you can argue that. Everybody wants to know what that is. And again, I mean, do you know about Ghosts of whatever the hell? I don't know anything
Ghost of
about
Tsushima.
Yeah.
They've not. I don't think they got a cinematic trailer. So it's one of those ones like I think it's Sucker Punch developing it.
Oh right, okay, that makes sense. So it's
that's the only reason why people are hyped, obviously.
Okay, so still, it's a well-known Sony developer. What was their last game called? Infamous, right?
I think it was.
I don't think they've done anything since then, but it's those guys anyway. So it's actually quite a good 4 games to focus on.
Yeah.
But does that also? They said the word focus. Now, does that mean you can still get announcements? Do you know what I mean?
Like, and you still get third-party stuff as well.
Yeah, so I don't think... I mean, the way they've described it is it won't have a traditional press conference, I guess, in the sense... It'll probably go 2 hours, and I guess they'll do like 20 minutes on each and then have some time left over for other stuff or something like that. I don't know. But
yeah, it might be that they're trying to say, oh, it's all going to be stuff you know, and then they'll surprise us.
Yeah, exactly. And they may have something. And it's Xbox that really has to pull it out this year anyway. I think Sony right now, in terms of games, are doing okay. So I mean, I'd be intrigued, but even then, like I'm not going to shit on Anthem too much. I haven't played it, I haven't any seen it. But I mean, but you know, I don't know. I don't want to say even something like The Last of Us Part 2 because it's a sequel, so I'm already emotionally invested. But you know, if someone said, "What do you want to hear more about?" Anthem is not going to be high up on that list.
No, not at all.
It's just not. Anthem right now. But again, maybe that's what E3 is for, to try and sell me on it. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going to happen. But it's interesting. I think this is it's Sony's to lose, I should say. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
It's Sony's to lose. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, but that is going on. There was the other story. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So there's this rumor going around. And I don't know how true this is. That apparently Metroid Prime developer Retro Studios, who are not working on the new Metroid game, that's Namco. So don't forget that, are working on Star Fox Racing. Or I should say more specifically, Star Fox Grand Prix. My question to you is, Sam, who asked for this? Because it wasn't me. And I don't think you asked for it either.
I know. I mean, it's just what can you say? Really?
Exactly. What? I mean, it's look. I get it with Mario, of course I do. I get it with Sonic, of course I do. Is Star Fox even a big enough franchise or a big enough brand to justify having a karting game?
Yeah, it's just whenever I hear these things, I always think about the boardroom meeting to suggest it, and someone actually be like, "How about Star Fox Racing?" And then everyone being like, "Yeah, sweet, that sounds good." Yeah, like, how did that happen? Like, who signed the papers?
I don't know. I mean, I like Star Fox, but I'm not going to play that. ever, ever, ever.
But then again, the last one tanked, didn't it? The Wii U version, everyone hated that.
Which one was I can't remember what that was. Remind me.
It's the one with the chicken, wasn't it? The chicken walking bit.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That was a bad video game. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Well, not bad, just mundane.
So maybe they were just like, you know what, just get Star Fox out of Star Fox and then put him in a racing cart because we know how to do that. And then there you go. Because people buy it. People buy Nintendo stuff.
Well, maybe they think as well because Mario Kart sold so well, they need a way to tap into that audience, and they'll do it for Star Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a cute fox, right?
Exactly. And it's got friends that yell at him over the intercom. So,
what else do you need? What else do you need in your racing game? And that's pretty much all the news I wanted to talk about, Sam. I don't have anything else you wanted to touch upon. We were talking about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, actually. Or did we talk about that last time? Did we talk about Shadow of the Tomb Raider last time?
Well, we did talk about it last time, but there's also the news that it's got a budget of between $75 and $100 million.
That's right. That's what I was reading about. And everybody went nuts, even though the last one made that money back because it sold like 8 million copies. Look, I don't mind that. If Tomb Raider is a big video game, it's a big brand. I understand that it had a lull in between, but after those last two games, I totally believe it is back. No, maybe not at the super top, but it's in that top tier of video games. And if you want that to continue, you absolutely have to keep putting that money into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I can't think it's not going to make that money back, and I can't think they'd reveal that without like, oh, whoopsie, I don't think they're like unconfident. So yeah, it's not really like a bother to me. Don't think I'd lose my mind over a figure like that.
It's like football players. Oh, we're going to play this football player $300,000 a week, and everyone goes, "That's preposterous. I don't give a shit. It's not my money. You pay whatever the fuck you want."
Taxpayers' money. Yeah.
No, the way I look at it is, I like Tomb Raider. If they're going to plow $75 million, I bet you have a really high end, cool experience, and I bet I love it. So, do I want it to sell well? Of course I do. I'd like another one. And also I'd like the developers to, get the rewards for making a good video game. But does it affect me? No. Like, it doesn't make a difference to my entertainment. So I never really understand that. But I'm excited. I think that game could be really good. I really, really do. I think there's something special about that video game. Maybe I'm being a bit silly, but that's my gut.
Yeah, I just wanted to just do something different from the previous two, because having played Uncharted 4 since I played the first two Tomb Raider reboot games, I think Uncharted has just got a little bit more about it, and I'd like to see sort of a little bit of a different approach, a different Lara Croft or whatever.
Well, as we were here, I do want to talk about one other thing, but as it's come up, you finished Uncharted, right?
Uncharted 4, yes, it is all finished.
So I'm guessing, given what you just said, that you liked it a lot.
Yes, I'd say it's the best Uncharted game, the best out of the reboots of the Tomb Raider as well. Because I really liked Uncharted 2, but I feel like Uncharted 4 had a lot more character depth and a lot more... visually it's like amazing. And yeah, it's not perfect. I think the second half's a little too bloated. The final boss sucks. There's a few little bits about it, but they're really only little bits, and it's a meticulously crafted game down to the last detail.
It is,
and yeah, fantastic, really good.
And I also think a good, what we were just talking about, is that good? I mean, is that good because developers that good? But also you can smell the money. You can smell the money in that video game. I haven't finished it. I cannot.
Really?
No, I cannot believe they've got another bad final boss. What the hell is it with that franchise and bad final bosses?
I've been talking about it, and not everyone thinks it's bad. So,
right, give me a rundown. Give me spoilers, but give me a rundown of the sort of mechanics of it, because the one I always remember.
Full clear spoiler alert.
Yeah, but it's old. It's like 2 years old. Like, people had loads of time to play this game, but all I remember is the Uncharted 2 one when that guy we talked about it before running. Yeah, is it worse than that?
Lazarovich or whatever.
Swat in the trees. That's all I remember. Is it as bad as that?
Different voice lines.
It was. Is it as bad as that?
No, it's not. But it's a bit of a talky boss fight. So you have to press either triangle or circle to block left and right, and it's a sword fight. And that's pretty much it. So he goes right, you go right to block. He goes left, you go left to block. And all the while he's like, Nathan Drake, you think you're all that. And then, yeah, basically.
Oh, I don't want to. That sounds terrible. But is it... Because I think sometimes... If you finish a game and it's really bad, you can forget all the good stuff. It's not that bad, right?
No. It's not. It's not a bad finish, because like the finish is obviously a big cutscene as well.
Yeah.
And it's a really good way to tie it up, and yeah. So it is a really good. How have you not finished it? I thought you played it like during.
Yeah, I did, but I played it for about 6 hours and stopped. because I do that with a lot of games because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, and you're always like, I'll pick it up in a week.
Yeah, I didn't.
2 years later.
Yeah, and here I am as an old man. Is it better than Uncharted 2?
I'd say it's better than Uncharted 2, but a lot of people love Uncharted 2. I don't think it has as many set pieces because I was listening to the old Video Gamer review that Steve Burns did, and I sort of agreed with him when he said that there were just less of those memorable set pieces. There's still really memorable places and pieces in it, but it's not, I don't think, the same level of train hanging off of a mountain sort of thing. But
okay. Maybe I should finish this video game. Well, I'll take it under consideration. I'll see what comes up. I do want to talk about, for the first time this week, and you can see me doing this over on VG247. If you go to their YouTube channel, just search for VG247. Yes. Yeah. I made my debut in Fortnite. Now, it worked out quite well because I was planning to play it anyway. When a game takes off to that extent, I have to play it. I just do. I want to know, what am I missing out on? Do I like it or not like it? Spoilers, or not spoilers, but breaking of kayfabe for people that watch the video and listen to this podcast. I hammed up for the camera. Of course I did. It's a video series. Like some people seem surprised when I reveal this. Have you played it, Sam? I think we talked about this before, but I can't.
Fortnite, yeah, I play it regularly. Yeah,
I thought you did. Yes, I thought it was the case. Right now, at the moment, the idea of winning a match seems impossible to me. So. Yeah. How do you ever win a match? Because I get it. There's stuff we cut out where I did kill a few people, but again, breaking down the fourth wall here, that's not as fun the first time you see someone play Fortnite. You want to see them be shit, so I cut it out. But I did kill a few people, and I did have the bug, so I'm not, I got it. There's still a lot of stuff I don't understand. Like that time, some weird force field just killed me. I understand about the Storm Eye now, whatever the hell it's called. But even then, as I was getting momentum, I was like, I'll never, unless I hide and then just sort of come out and try and kill the last person, I do not understand how to be a success at this video game. And that's rare, because for most games, you understand the logic, you just can't get there. Here, I was like, no, I feel like I'm trying to read a book in Japanese. I can't even start this.
Yeah, basically, in solo, the worst thing about solo is everyone is so brave, because they know that you don't have backup. So everyone shoots straight away. The best mode to play, I think, is duos, because everyone's a little bit cautious because they know everyone has backup, and you don't have that much backup, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think duos is probably the safest bet for a beginner, and that's probably why I play it, because I don't like being shot at on sight by everyone. It just seems a bit, I don't like just everyone going around shooting everyone individually. And I think the shooting is a little off anyway, which is fine because it's early access. I don't think the shooting is as crisp as it could be.
Yeah.
And also you need to build. That's the worst part about it. You have.
Like what? How? Tell me about the build. Just tell me about it. So aside from if you just do it in the middle of nowhere and hope, what is the benefit of building when you're in combat? Because that to me just feels like you're putting yourself out there to be screwed over. Well,
basically, what people do, what I don't like doing because it's boring, it does get me killed, but whatever. It's just whenever you shoot anyone, you see them immediately build 4 walls around them, staircase, 4 walls up, staircase, and then you've got a tower, and then they can defend themselves, and then they kill you and snipe you and whatever. But I just don't find that fun. And people are weird when they're like, why don't you like the building in Fortnite? That's the point. And it's like, no, the point is I've got friends on PS4 and PUBG is not on PS4, nor is it free. Okay, I could still dislike the building in Fortnite. And a lot of people, like if you watch Ninja play, they are just, it's all about the building upwards and getting the height over people, because if you got the height, then that's pretty much a strategic victory or whatever. But yeah, you could do it, you just gotta believe.
Don't you use my catchphrases against me, Sam. That's not true. I tried and I got my ass handed to me. But I am intrigued. It has sunk its claws into me. I do want to see. I get it. I completely get it. I'm going to go back in tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're doing one of the tell me about the challenges. Like they release new challenges every Tuesday, correct?
Yeah. I just don't like them because I'd rather just play to win, right?
Yeah. What are the?
I don't want to be.
Go on, you go.
Because like the challenges unlock battle stars, which then get you more tiers on the battle pass, which then get you more skins, emotes, and all that stuff.
Right.
But they're like, get 7 kills in Greasy Grove, get 5 kills with a
7 kills. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and it's just like I don't want to have to go drop. I want to drop somewhere that gets me the best result in the match. You know what I mean? So I often avoid them because I just find myself, if I do chase them, not having as much fun.
Right.
A lot of people love them though.
And with the challenges, is that something you actually have to activate, or are they just passive, hanging in the background? So if you want to try and shake things up, you can go and do it.
Well, you got a battle pass, right?
Yes.
That's passive. Then it just you just check them and then aim for them if you want to. If you don't want to, then.
So that's good because obviously I played the Thanos mode, and that was actually a mode you went into.
Yeah.
But most challenges are it's the same game, but they're just hanging around in the background. Should you want to then go after them?
Yeah. So if you're like, oh, one of my challenges is to get 5 kills with a suppressed weapon, I've just got the gold suppressed weapon. I'll go after that now.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. So if it says get 5 kills with a suppressed weapon in Tomato Town, you have to find a suppressed weapon, then get to Tomato Town, then kill 5 people.
Well, it's not often as specific as that. It's usually kills in a place, find this specific place, kills with a weapon or whatever. They don't combine them. That'd be really mean.
It sounds mean regardless. I don't like this. So
the worst part though is like when one of the ones in the week 1 was like loot chests in what was it called? I think it was Greasy Grove. But the thing is, once that's the battle pass for everyone descends on that one place, and it just becomes a nightmare because everyone is aiming for the same battle pass challenge. So everyone descends on just the one location. It's a massacre.
Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this at all. Well, if you would like to see this, again, you can search for VG247 on YouTube. You can find the first episode up there now. I think it's the last video that went up. And again, you can join me every Wednesday, as now I'm actually thinking I may start breaking while playing Fortnite. I think I had it easy last week with Thanos. This all sounds horrendous. I also played, I don't know whether you've heard about it, I played Harry Potter Hogwarts Wizard on mobile.
Is that the Pokemon Go?
Oh my gosh. Now, I am not a Harry Potter fan. However, someone said, Miller, can you play this and write a review? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I don't think I know Harry Potter enough to, understand all the lore.
It's wizards in it. So.
Exactly. It's geek wizards in cloaks. It's fine. But I have never played a game that is so blatantly transparent to being like, look, we just want you to give us some money. That may as well have been the whole game. It may have just flashed up and said, can we have some money? We'd really like some money. Have you heard about it? Have you heard about some of the stuff you have to do?
I've not heard anything about it. Give me the elevator pitch.
Right, so it's a free-to-play game, obviously. That's clear from what I've just said. But then you go into it, and you get sort of about, I'd say, 30 minutes max, where you sort of make your character, and there's a few things where you can decide on what your personality is going to be. You're going to be a good wizard, a bad wizard. Through dialogue choices, you see famous faces, you got the Harry Potter music, you do some puzzles, you get a wand, you learn some magic, and then it basically goes, you want to do the next task? Give me some money. And if you have, I think it's gems and crystals, I think it is. And if you don't have enough gems or crystals, the only way to get them is to pay for them or to wait about 8 hours. And if you miss the 8-hour window, you have to start the task again, which means you have to wait another 8 hours. So you are in this consistent loop of death where you just want to die. And obviously, if you want to pay for it, fine. I'm not going to judge you. However, the game is so shameless in the way that it wants to kind of grab your. At one point, your character is being choked, killed. And the only way to get out of the choke/kill is to pay money. So if you don't have enough cash and you go away for 8 hours, your character doesn't die. You're literally getting throttled for 8 hours. It's unbelievable. It's one of the worst video games I've ever played. It is unbelievable.
So
unbelievable.
What do you do?
It's like shitty tasks and puzzles. So it's more like a point and click game. So, you
within the AR space or whatever.
Yeah, so you're just walking around and stuff. I mean, it's like, it's fine. It would have been fine if it didn't have all that shit in it, or if it had cosmetics or some shit like that. But, oh man, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It is one of the worst. I cannot believe it exists. When I was getting throttled, and then it said, oh, you got to pay some money, I was like, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. But no, it was being deadly serious. So I only felt like I should meet it. My review's going to go up on Trusted Reviews if you want to go and read it. I mean, it's just me slagging it off for about an hour. So if you want to go read it, please do. But it's I don't know if it's gone up yet, but it will be up soon. I honestly can't. I just can't believe it. Let's not talk about it anymore. It's absolutely baffling. You said you've gone back to BioShock, Sam. Is that correct?
Yes, BioShock Remastered. Yes,
Tell me, where did this? What? I know you love it, but what was the impetus?
Well, I had it, and then we were talking about it, and now I just realised I haven't played it for a while. I played like the first 4 levels quite a lot, but then I haven't actually played it through it for a while. And with the director's commentary in there as well, which is a shame because it was a video. I thought it'd be commentary, like when you.
Yeah, how does that work? Yeah.
You find it in the world and you click play.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, I'd rather it just sort of came on.
Yeah, it's just like okay, and then I just looked them up on YouTube.
Brilliant.
But it is really good, and it's one of those things. It's hard to talk about because the only thing I really notice, and like the everyday guy notices, is it looks better, more frames, great, and that's about it. And BioShock was great, and making it look better is even better.
It's all 3 games, right, on one disc.
Yes, but I'm not interested in playing 2 or Infinite again.
No, you just go. How far have you got in the first one? Whereabouts are you?
Well, I'm like exploring everything. Like, so I just gone into Fort Frolic. So
still early on.
Yeah, about probably under halfway, just under. So yeah, it's really good though. Really good, enjoying it.
Nice, man. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to think of a game I actually want to go. I did go back to Gears. What was it called? Ultimate Edition. Is that what it's called? That's what it's called, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
No, I did go back to that, and I got a nice sort of nostalgia kick out of it. So I do like those kind of experiences. I do think there's a huge one. Would I go back to the first BioShock? I think so. Yeah. I think I'd probably do that. I don't know why I'm thinking out loud here. I'm just trying to figure out would I go back. I think I would. I think I would go back to BioShock.
The thing is, some games just age horribly, but I don't think BioShock has, because the shooting was like solid, and then people go for the story, right? And the story and the atmosphere. If you make all that look better, it's fine.
And it did have good combat. Like I did enjoy the shooting with the what the hell's the magic called in that game?
The plasmids.
Yeah. I like the leveling up. I actually think it's got a really good solid base, that game. No, I probably would go back. I think it's really, really good. I like it.
Whereas Gears, I think, feels a little more dated. It feels quite mid 2000s with its chest high walls.
It does, but it does have active reload, which we all know is the greatest thing ever. Have you been playing anything else?
Dark Souls, the network test, that beta test for the remaster.
What the hell is that? I don't. Surprise me, Sam. Don't keep up with Dark Souls
is being
news.
Remastered, and they did a beta test for it on PS4.
Why? Why do they need that?
Well, because it had horrendous frame rate issues.
Right? But intentional. I've told you this before. Intentional frame rate issues. They did it on purpose.
What are people going to blame now?
Exactly. It will screw me right over. When I go and play it, I'll be like, oh, right, they got rid of that. And I'm still rubbish at it. And when's that coming out? Do you know? Are they going to push that at E3?
Late May.
Oh, is that a late May? Oh my gosh, is it really?
Yeah, like
fucking A, there's some videos. Right, youtube.com/The Miller Report rules. If you want to get on the let's take the mick out of oh man, I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever been making troll videos when one came out. I probably have. Still, I'm going to do it.
Because you played it with Chris Pratt, like the first one?
After the fact, After the fact I did it. So
okay, right.
It had already become a thing by then, and I was told that, as we said before, I was going to love it. No. So absolute bullshit. All right, I look forward to that. I played more God of War as well. I pretty much finished it now. All those, it's all been recorded as well, so that will go up on MillerReportRules.com, YouTube.com for the Miller Reports. It's a really good game. I think you may actually like it, Sam. I know you weren't into the other ones, but I actually think it is so different, and it tells such a good story, and eventually the combat becomes so good that anyone that's sort of a fan of third-person action games or fighting games, whatever you want to call it, it's a very special. It's so well. You talk about putting money into a video game. My word, the amount of money they put into this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think it could win you over. I mean, is it worth a £50 punt? Probably not. But
I went into cash exchange the other day like that. It's £48. It's like
that's the thing.
No, thank you.
That's ridiculous, right? Like I pay £50, but I love the series, so I think okay, you can justify that. I think for somebody that isn't entirely into it.
When it's taking a punt.
Yeah, when it drops though, I think what could happen is if you play it when it drops like 30 or 20 quid and they do another one, which of course they're going to, I think this game is so well made it could win you over to such a degree that you'd be happy to pay it for the next one.
Yeah,
I think it tells a different enough story and it approaches it from a different enough angle that even if you weren't into the first sort of run of games, I think this one does a good enough job to win you back. I don't win you back, win you over. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
But it is fantastic. Over the last 2 weeks as well, a Red Dead trailer came out. Did you watch it, Sam?
No, I saw people losing their minds over it because some famous guy. Because
Well-
obviously, I didn't like the first game that much. So there was
Yeah.
some famous dude who showed up, and
Well, John Marston was in it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a spoiler. If you think it's a spoiler, blame Rockstar. They put him in the trailer. I didn't put him in the trailer.
Yeah.
I mentioned this on social media. You can't talk. No, I can. I can talk about that. He's there. I see it with my two eyes. So, I mean, he's in it. The question now I have is, if he is in it, I mean, I always figure like this. John Marston, I think, is one of the best video game characters ever. I really like him. I thought he was well realised and he had proper depth and he felt like a human being. Much like Joel does in The Last of Us. He has good bits and bad bits and you're forced to, follow his way as opposed to put your own stamp on it. And they're always my favourite characters. Why are people going to come up with this? I don't want him to be an NPC. I just don't. I just think, well, if we got that character I'm invested in and we're doing a prequel, why can't I play John Marston again? You can argue, well, we already know his story. Okay, come up with a new story. I think it's going to be an amazing video game. I think the trailer was wonderful. Again, money on the screen. You can just see it pouring out of its nose.
Yeah.
But I guess my worry is stuff like Gears. Like, I like Gears of War 4, but I didn't like it as much because even though there were bits with Marcus Phoenix, he wasn't the main event. And I'm like, well, he's right there. Why can't I just be Marcus Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know much about John Marston, but he's the main dude right in Red Dead.
Yeah, and he's a flipping good character as well. But look, I think Red Dead's going to be awesome. I thought the trailer was great. That was just my thought. I was like, well, if you're putting him in it, can't I just be him? Is that just not something we could do? But I don't know. Apparently not. But I am looking forward to it. Also, apparently, word has just come out that it's Avalanche Studios working on Rage 2. That's the rumor, is that it's Avalanche Studios who made obviously 2015's Mad Max. Well, apparently the rumor is they had a hand in developing the game, so take that for whatever it's worth. I mean, that scares me straight away. It's just going to be a massive open world shooter, isn't it? Of course it is. That's what the last one was.
Sandbox.
I'm so bored of him, Sam. Maybe that's why I like God of War so much. It was so straight laced and just walk down no, it did open up a little bit, but not to the extent that these do.
Yeah,
I'm just getting a bit worn out by open worlds.
It's just because it's so much more hours than you really actually need. Some of it just feels like extra hours for the sake of extra hours, and yeah, I just don't always want that. Like I started Horizon Zero Dawn the other day, and I was like, no, not today.
It's too big,
maybe
right?
someday. But
I tried to. A lot of people praise that game. They say that I played it for a couple of hours. And I thought, okay, I can see why people like it, but again, I wasn't like the best thing ever. I mean, did it have anything where you're like, okay, maybe I get into this?
No, it's just like I should. When you think I should probably put some more hours into this just to see what the fuss is about,
yeah.
But you don't actually want to put a few more hours into this. That's what I'm like, because I don't. It's not bad. I just don't want to be putting more time into it. That's just straight as it is.
But didn't it win Game of the Year awards, that game?
Yeah, everyone loved it.
That's crazy, right? Like, it sold crazy numbers as well, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a massive hit. Last February, I think it was out. Yeah, it was a huge success.
Was it out February 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Kill me now. How the? Let's not even talk about it. That's terrifying. Where the hell did that go? My word, that is terrifying. Is there anything else you want to smash, Sam, before we start wrapping this bad boy up?
I think that's all that I've been playing. Quite a lot. I played A Way Out. Finished A Way Out.
That's what I knew there was something else. So that's the co-op prison game, right?
Yeah.
Did you play it by yourself? Or you play it with someone else?
You can't play it by yourself.
That's true. Yeah, you can't play it by yourself. Yeah, what I'm talking about. So you played. Of course you did. You said that like you didn't like it. You're like, meh. You went down. Your voice went down.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. I went in saying like, okay, this is built around co-op. Like this is just what I want. I love co-op stuff. I love it when things are built with co-op story in mind, not just co-op, just do anything you want together, like the actual story you complete together. But the story just wasn't good. The game was a little flat. Like it was one of those things like, when it's co-op, but it's like move the dumpster or like
so you're just dragging stuff
push
around.
This car. And it's like, I don't need two dudes to be doing this. You're just putting two dudes to be doing this because it's a co-op game.
Yeah.
And me and my friend were just like, why are we doing all this boring tasks like that? And yeah, I heard this in the Zero Punctuation review, and it's clearly written by non-native English speakers to the extent that you could tell some of it's just a little bit off in their phrasing, and the voice actors are a bit bizarre at times, and it's just, I think it just falls flat on a lot of accounts. It's not bad, and you will have fun with it because it's very accessible. I think if you had a girlfriend who didn't really like video games or whatever, they could still move around because it's not really intense, I guess. You can still move around, do the tasks, and experience the story. But I mean, yeah, it's just for people wanting a really solid co-op experience like myself. I was a bit let down, I guess. So.
That sucks, because I actually thought on paper it sounded really good. Co-op game, Prison Break. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's what I thought at E3. I was like, yes, it's built with co-op in mind. Yes, can't wait. And then it's like, okay.
I think the general consensus is disappointment as well. I think I heard someone else saying, it's okay, but not great.
Yeah, no, it's just okay, I think, and that's just a shame. But whatever, they did what they wanted to do, and I'm really glad. And hopefully, more people do co-op stuff like that.
I think so. Well, when it's sort of designed with that in mind, much like they say Anthem's going to be too. Did you ever play the what's that game on Two Brothers? What's it called?
No, Brothers: The Tale of Two Sons.
Oh, that's an awesome co-op. That's really,
the same
really
studio that did A Way Out. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be hosting a gaming podcast. I don't know enough about games. Well, how have they done that then? Because that one was really good.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I think they tried. I don't know how much Brothers was focused around the story, but I think.
Oh, loads. The end of the story was like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
like
the thing that slipped up for me was the dialogue, because the dialogue was just so wooden sometimes in A Way Out. So I was a bit like, well, what is Brothers like then? But everyone says amazing things about Brothers.
Yeah,
so.
The ending to Brothers is genuinely, tears, man. Spoilers.
Actual
real man tears.
Real man tears for real man.
yeah, exactly. What I will point out before we do wrap this up, Sam, are you going to the Games Media Brit list?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. I was going to say it'd be nice to see you. Anyway, the Games Media Brit list is this Thursday, which is a gaming award ceremony, which I'm going to host. If you do go to youtube.com/The Miller Report Rules, not only can you see this podcast, should you want to listen to this on YouTube, as some people do, but I will be hosting that award ceremony, and I'm basically going there to troll the entire event. So yep. I will put the opening video up probably on Friday, the day after. So yeah, you can watch that, and then you'll probably hear loads of things about how I basically pissed off the entire game industry, which I plan to do this Thursday at the Games Media Brit list. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. So maybe I'll be banned from all games things going forward, Sam. You may never see me again.
Maybe that'll be the dream for the Miller Report, won't it?
It would be. It really would. Right, Sam, is there anything else you want to touch upon before we rock on out of here?
Well, I mean, have we got any questions this week?
I'm not going to lie. I didn't get a chance to ask any questions this week. Oh. So
I don't have any questions that I need to ask either. So.
I have a question for you, Sam. What is your favourite multiplayer game ever?
Oh, you get me right out there.
Yeah, yeah. There's no screwing around here.
Do you have an answer while I think?
My answers are weird. Like my favourite multiplayer game ever is Gears of War 2, but only because I had a really good time playing Wingman with my mate Ryan. Yeah. But in terms of games that I always think about when we talk about multiplayer, it kind of is all synced to when Xbox Live was really blowing up on. I don't know, it blew up on the original Xbox, but it really took its own thing with Xbox 360. So stuff like these aren't good multiplayer games, but it's the experience I remember. So stuff like PGR3 or Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Or what else did I used to play loads and just absolutely love? Fight Night Round 3, right? And the servers are awful, but I loved playing it because it was just good to go online. And so it's weird. Like most of my favourite multiplayer experience are actually when I first got into it. In terms of what games were awesome when it came to I mean, Call of Duty probably be in there too. But usually I'm not really a multiplayer guy. It's not really what I look for in my video games.
No, it's just I don't really play. I think multiplayer is more defined by whether you play with friends, not the public. And for me, that was like Halo 3 and Halo Reach's Forge mode, where you could just create your own game modes, your own like maps and stuff. That I remember having a lot of fun with that. But that was a sort of time. You remember when you sort of have the whole squad, and then you remember the times when they all used to be online and you didn't have to do anything else in your life. And then life got in the way, and then no more Halo 3 or Halo Reach. So,
oh man,
yeah.
I did play a lot of Halo 3 as well. When Halo 3 was good, it was awesome. Like it really was. That really was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of anything else I played. I think the main ones are those. Just when Xbox Live's, when I really got into it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. But another question, Sam, did you ever play point and click games?
No, I get very frustrated. I've got very little patience, and so when there's like the key for the door is like, where could it be? And you've got like 1,000 different rooms, the options to be. I'm just like, oh.
Fuck this shit. I want to do this. But I was just thinking about it after playing that shite Harry Potter game. I was like, I'd like them to come back. I'd like more point and click games. I could just, I think you could do them easy. I'm surprised there's not more on mobile, or at least new ones, or I don't know. I would just like them to come back. I missed them.
Did you play Thimbleweed?
No, I didn't. Is that something I need to play? No, that's by what's his face, isn't it? That's what's his damn name? That guy, you know the one.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Ron Gilbert.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I should play that game because I love Ron Gilbert. I love Monkey Island. Did you play it?
I played Thimbleweed a little bit. Like I said, just not knowing where to go and not knowing what to do. I was just like,
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it before next week. I've just decided that's
gonna happen. Switch.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it done. Right, that's good. We sorted that one out. We put that to bed. Right. This was the Week in Gaming. Please do give us 5 stars on iTunes if you're there. Again, you can check it out on youtube.com/TheMiddleport Rules. All supported by patreon.com/SimonMiller316. Every dollar helps. Every dollar puts a smile on my face, and I appreciate it. Now, E3 is coming up, so we will do an episode. We will do a preview of that. When is it? 4 weeks? 4 weeks to E3 now?
Yeah, I think 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 12th of June. So where we are now, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks today. Or can you believe it? So we will do a big preview of that soon, because some people have asked me what I think about E3, what's going to come up. We'll do a whole episode dedicated to it. And then that same week, yes, we will make sure we do another one talking about all the fallout from E3. Before then, like I say, you got the Rage trailer to check out tomorrow. Any games coming out that we need to think about? I don't think so.
Hyrule Warriors, isn't it?
No, I don't care. I'm the biggest Zelda fan ever, and even then, like, I don't care. I don't care coming about that game. That's it. It's absolutely nothing to me. Are you going to play that? You said that you're going to play it.
Yeah, I like the Warriors games, and
do you really?
Quite Zelda.
What did you think of the last one, the Disney Warriors game that everybody hated? The open world one. Hate it? Yeah, everyone said it was so shit. I read 2 reviews. I'm not gonna lie, and they said it was rubbish and that they fucked it up completely.
I mean, it wasn't amazing, but then again, the Warriors games aren't amazing. It's like watching Steven Seagal movies and being like, "This is really bad." Like you don't watch it for the quality. It's like it's the big bombastic, ridiculous action. It's more of that, and it's just like the thing is, it didn't need to be open world, right? It's like you say, not everything needs to be open world. No, Dynasty Warriors did not need to be open world.
I guess the whole point, surely, of what the game is.
Yeah, and it's just like bizarre.
I tell you what, though, Battle Chasers Night War is out tomorrow for the Switch. If you're a fan of old school JRPGs, that is actually a very good video game. Like a very good video game. I was genuinely surprised when I played that. So, yeah, if you've been looking for sort of like some old Final Fantasy games, but new, Battle Chasers Night War on Switch. It's already out on Xbox One and PS4 if you want a cheap version, but if you want to take it on the go, it's a very good game. And also, Sam, do you know what we can start talking about in a couple of weeks? Detroit 2 Human. Become Human. I always say that. Become Human.
2 Human. Yeah, we talk about 2 Human.
Well, no one wants to talk about that. I'm so excited. It could be bollocks. It could be so bad. Oh, I can't wait. It doesn't,
like, I've looked up more of it since we last talked, and it doesn't look bollocks. It looks good. And the thing is, it's very dangerous territory with all the themes that they're going with. Very dangerous. But that sort of intrigues me, because it looks quite sensitively portrayed. It looks quite real. It looks very, I don't know, it looks very, like, the narrative just looks good. But it's just, I'm just sort of waiting for the proof is in the pudding. Sort of tentatively optimistic, I'd say.
Yeah, well, dude.
Not buzzed, but optimistic.
Nah, same as me. Intrigued. So intrigued. I cannot wait, because I think it could blow up the world. But we'll find out. Sam, as always, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, no worries, anytime.
Absolutely. Yeah, we will be back next week. Have a lovely week, everyone. Keep playing games. Keep enjoying yourself. And yeah, if you've got any questions, I'm on Twitter at SimonMiller316. I will ping Sam's Twitter handle in the description, because I can never remember it, and neither can Sam, but it will be in there. Thank you for listening to The Week in Gaming, and we'll be back in 1 week's time.